What up, y'all? This is part deuce. Let's go. So, I want to talk about uh, Tupac's hand gestures. We all seen him do it. He represents the West, okay? Now, the West is off to the left, and the East is off to the right. We all know this. That's common knowledge. But what a lot of people don't know is a lot of people fail to realize that Lucifer represents the left hand side. He is the angel on the left hand side. He is the left hand of God. Okay? That's why when you pray, the Bible tells you to face in the eastward direction whenever you pray to the Most High God. You're supposed to face towards the east. Because if you face towards the west, you know what I'm saying? That means you're praying to that other guy. Okay? Now, that hand gesture that we often see Tupac throwing up is more like a double entendre. It has double meanings. He's letting you know that he represents the left-hand side. And he's also letting you know that he worships death. That's what that W means. That W means Wotan. Now, some of you probably already know this, but Wotan is another name for the Norse god Odin, the god of death. He is also the god of magic. I told y'all, man, this stuff goes deep, man. Y'all just don't understand how deep this goes. Tupac was forced to push that East versus West movement. Not that he wanted to actually kill everyone who lives on the East Coast. That would be silly. He was letting you know that he represents the devil. And anyone who worships God is automatically an enemy of his. Like I said before, Tupac didn't necessarily believe in that. He was forced into it. He didn't have a choice, bro. Look at the name of the record label. The record label was called Death Row. Wasn't his last album called The 7-Day Theory? Now, on that album cover, he was depicted as a self-sacrifice on the cross. It's called Killuminati, A 7-Day Theory. He was willing to sacrifice himself because he didn't want to be a part of that anymore. He wanted to push positive messages from here on. He knew that his days were numbered. That's why it was called the 7-Day Theory. Now, my friend Harry, he mentioned something interesting. I didn't even think about this one. He mentioned Prodigy from Mobb Deep. Now, this is another interesting one because it just so happened that this guy, Prodigy, was one of the guys that Tupac had beef with during this time. his whole thing, what his beef was with him, wasn't personal. His whole thing is, well, if he's going to represent the West, then I'm going to represent the East. But we all knew that this was linked to spiritual stuff. Like I said before, man, these people live by the do what thy wilt concept. Meaning they believe in duality. He represents the left, I represent the right. If you represent the dark, I represent the light. That's all it was, man. These dudes didn't have any real beef with each other, bro. They live by the same rules. Now, the two members of Mobb Deep was Prodigy and Havoc. He represents a prodigy of the kingdom of darkness, and his partner represents Havoc. The Havoc that he seeks to bring to this place, to this realm. He seeks to wreak havoc in this place. Again, these people live by duality. They live by the concept of duality. One was light-skinned, one was dark-skinned, bro. All these things was purposely put into place like this, bro. Because there was supposed to, originally, there should have been more members of their group. There was supposed to be the infamous mob. But they said, no, we only want two of you. So it had to be Prodigy and Havoc. They were supposed to represent duality. Now, if you look at the name of their first album, the name of their first album was called Juvenile Hell. What a coincidence, man. First of all, look at the name of their group. It's called Mobb Deep. They represent the underground mafia. Yes, they are soldiers of darkness. They came from below. That's why the name of their first album was Juvenile Hell. Guess what the name of their third album was? Hell on Earth. They seem to have a fascination with hell, bro. They must know that's where they're going. I keep telling y'all, these things are not by happenstance. These things are put into place for a reason, bro. These record executives know exactly what they're doing, bro. They want these things to be in a certain order. You understand? Anyway, peace.